Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited for today's video because it means that we are finally redoing my bedroom. This is something that I wanted to do since we redid the cupboards in my film room, which was like last year November. So this is long awaited and I'm so excited because my room just needs a facelift. It's 2022 and I just want my room to be nice. I want my environment to be clean, fresh, new linen, new sheeting, new curtains and fresh new cupboards. So before we get started, I just want to rewind this a little bit because this DIY project didn't actually start today. On Monday, we had to go and make sure that there were things that we needed to do the project, otherwise we weren't able to do it this weekend. So we went out and we headed to Builder's Warehouse because that's where we got the brandering to do the cupboard. And then we also went to Galmar to go and get the door handles and just the odds and sods we needed to prep all the painting material for this project to commence, because if obviously we didn't have the branding and we couldn't find the correct door handles, this whole process and project couldn't start today. So now we can fast forward back in to present time. Step 1, completely redo the cupboards. We are going to do the exact same in this room as we did in my film room. So we're going to make these cupboards completely white, redo the handles. We're going to get new curtains. We are going to get fresh new linen for the beds. We're going to sort out this art. We're just going to make this bedroom ready for 2022. This is where we're going to have to move everything from the bedroom to this room so that we can work in the next door room. This will not be going back in the bedroom once we redo the room. This fluffy textured carpet does just not work for me. Don't tell Bronson, but I actually want to redo this cupboard as well. Because yes, it matches with this and the floors, but if we're going to be changing this doesn't match. So I feel like we should give this a nice little uplift, paint her white, and then like just put new handles on. I definitely think that also needs an uplift, but that's going to be a surprise to him because I don't think he actually wants to change it. Hello. Hello, boy. Hello. It is now 5:15 on a Friday afternoon. Now the process is to literally...
Grand entrance to the video.
Huzzah! And he is very enthusiastic about this video.
Woo!
Anyway.
Weekend DIY with Bae.
So what we're gonna do now, well, I've done everything I've needed to do and I only actually need him for one step in this entire video, but to get him to do it is another story. So
Please don't listen to any of these lies. One process. One process.
All the heavy lifting. So the reason we already...
sanding, the cutting, the painting, the nailing, the drilling.
The reason we're already behind schedule is because he was supposed to strip... Okay, we won't get into that argument. But basically what what we're going to do now is we need to strip the cupboards off of the cupboards. We need to strip the doors off of the cupboards and we need to start the sanding process. So let's just get into the DIY of this weekend.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind but then it's you. Oh, I love it when things must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up. I'm not
A sum
ready,
total of 20 minutes later, we have stripped we have stripped 3 doors. I've cut some sandpaper, and Josh Vassman, which is like the chef slash cook that we're obsessed with, just released a new video on YouTube, so we're about to watch that. So 20-minute interval break and then we'll BRB.
I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there? When it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby.
It's Saturday morning and it's doomy and gloomy in Port Elizabeth. And we just woke up. It's the perfect weather to do DIY
All
projects,
things
eh?
must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up.
Breakfast of champions.
Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa.
Is Saturday. I almost said Saturday morning, but it is already Saturday, almost lunchtime already. So I just want to fill you in on what actually ended up happening last night and where we at so far today. So last night Bronson was extremely tired, so we didn't get far at all actually. I will walk you through what we ended up doing, and we ended up deciding to go to the movies. So we went to the 8:30 movie and we watched The Kingsman, and then we came home really late, and we slept in oddly later than we normally sleep in on a Saturday. But essentially we only got 8 hours, so it was like a normal sleep, but because we went to bed so late, we woke up at 8:30 this morning. Then we went to Builders Warehouse because we had to get a few things for today. And then obviously we stopped and we needed to get donuts, and because we knew that today was going to be a super long day, because we are so behind our schedule already that I'm actually getting super worried. But it is now almost 12 o'clock Saturday. Let's show you how far we have gotten, and let's see what our plan is for today and what we are going to try and accomplish today. Excuse me, Skylar, but yeah, let's go show you the room. So last night what we ended up doing is a lot of our knobs, or screws, had stripped. So it was actually a lot more difficult to take these out than it should have been. So what we ended up basically doing is stripping all the doors. So today's going to be a big day. Babe, what are we doing today?
Getting shit done.
So for day one, which was our first day of DIY, we basically stripped this entire room, moved our room across into the next room, and prepped for today. So now the next step is we're going to have to sand all of these doors down, sand this entire cupboard, and then we are going to fill the holes if there's any holes, and just like make it nice and prime it so that we are ready to paint the cupboards. Let's get started. Infection waiting to happen. So I've just finished sanding all of the doors. We still need to do the actual cupboard and the framework of it, but don't let anybody say that DIY projects aren't a workout. I am sweating. I'm literally dripping wet. I might take my biker shorts off and put my costume underneath because it is getting so hot. So let's go see how far Bronson is. He's cutting all the branding to put on the doors.
Everything, so we'll start to shift all the cubes and meat in, so all of them will go once.
Oh, okay.
So basically prepping everything. So this one would work here.
I wanted ones like our cupboard, but the thing is there not going to be a hole here? That's why I said maybe just do this again.
Put this over that.
No,
So
I know,
look
that's
at
what I'm
that,
saying.
And then this
One would be this one. But I'm saying I wanted the ones that we're doing on our cupboard. But those ones have so there'll be a hole in the middle. That's why I wanted this one. That's great.
So
These things were 25 rand. I just love a stripped screw. Another day, another continuation of our DIY. So last night what we ended up doing is we sanded and we prepped all the cupboards, and then we filled all of the holes over here with some putty wood filler just so that it has a smooth finish. And then it needed time to dry, so what we actually did is we left it overnight. We couldn't paint the primer because it needed to dry, and now we are ready to paint. But I actually decided to come and paint in our larpe area while Bronson paints and sands the room, just so that it's more spacious and I can work in my own environment. So I've got all my paint stuff, I've got my thinners, I've got my table, my side desk outside that I'm gonna paint as well. I know it looks like it's still Saturday because I'm wearing the same outfit, but all my clothes are in a box, which makes it really difficult to put anything on. So I'm just wearing my cozy underneath and my top, and we are ready to paint.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I. weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers, we're living. Come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. Yeah.
I'm officially overpainted. What feels like 10 hours later, we have officially gotten our first layer of undercoat on.
After 3 domestic disputes.
1 breakup, 10 arguments, and we still have 3 more coats of paint to go, so a lot more can happen in that time. Huzzah to that. So now we have to play the waiting game because there's not much else we can do except watch paint dry, quite literally. So we'll see you when we do some more DIY. It is Monday. It is currently almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it is time for some DIY. I've just finished up with my day and my errands. My whole life is in these boxes over here. So to find clothes is an absolute nightmare, and to get dressed and to live in this bedroom is a nightmare. So the sooner we get this DIY project done, the better. So actually this morning, after Bronson and I went for our run this morning, I decided to paint. Obviously he works standard like 8 to 5, so he can't help me. My hours are a bit more flexible, so I was actually able to do the first coat of paint this morning. And now that I've done all my tasks and errands for the day, I need to go on to the second coat of white paint. We need to get the painting completed, the second coat, everything completed so that everything can dry. So that tomorrow we can hopefully start assembling and putting on, all the handles and finally moving into our bedroom so that we can do the pretty things and the decorating and the shopping for all those finishing touches. And then I can show you my inspiration for what my room's gonna look like and all those good things, because I know you're actually only watching this for that and not the whole DIY, manly, moving, painting, because that's not fun. The decorating's fun though. So let's get to it. It feels like it's 31 degrees outside, but we need to do it. And my outfit to paint in is this dress. I wouldn't normally paint in a dress. I'd paint in like an old painting top. But the thing is, this dress has so many holes on. So I don't know if it was badly manufactured, but it has like 3 holes at the back. Like basically at every single seam, it's splitting. And it's not like it's a tight fit that I'm getting fat. Just in case you were wondering, it's purely just the bad material and the bad stitching. And also because the paint is water-based, I'm sure it will come out anyway. And it's just flowy and loose and I can't find any clothes in these boxes. So this is gonna... Round 2, let's go.
We're on a journey. Looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together.
You have no idea how excited I am. Today is the day. I woke up and I went outside and I had a look at the cupboards, and I am so glad that the 2 coats was enough. It looks so good. So now we can finally, I'm so glad to say that I do not need to sleep on the floor for one more night, and we can finally start moving back into the room and do all the exciting decorating parts. So without further ado, I'm actually going to speak to you about my inspiration. Let me just sit down on my floor bed for one last time. So I wanted to show you guys kind of the inspiration that I was going for my bedroom. So because our bed is quite large, we have a queen size bed, but because it has a frame, it is really big. It almost seems like a king size, like it's a very big queen, if that makes sense, if that's even a thing. So our room isn't that small, but the bed just is obnoxiously huge that it makes our bedroom feel 10 times smaller. So when getting inspiration for a bedroom, I kind of had to have some sort of inspiration, but I had to take into account that I couldn't have lots of things because the bed takes up the majority of the space. But nevertheless, I wanted to show you guys kind of the theme and the vibe that I like to go for. So I do like the whole warm and cozy feel, but I still love the neutral colors. So I want to stick to a very simple color palette so that it feels cozy, but it's not I kind of want to create a bedroom that looks complete without putting too much things in. So I love the neutral color palette with little pops of color, but most importantly, I really like texture. So that is what I'm going for this bedroom. So pampas grass, neutral, white, beiges, and then obviously greenery of the plants, and then I'm going to bring in color. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you the bedding that I ordered. I have not opened up the box since I got it because I was waiting for this moment for us to do it together. So I'm going to quickly grab the box. So I ordered our bedding off Superbalist because I was shopping online and I went to a couple of places and I didn't see what I liked. And then I found this bedding on Superbalist for 40% off. And I had to have it. It is so beautiful. So it sticks into the theme of what I was going for, but it does have a few details and embroidery in it and color. So also because we have a dog in our bedroom, we can't have completely white bedding as well. So I'm going to bring color into you have 2 pillows. So this is going to be the main pillow, obviously not this pillow, but you get what I mean. And then this pillow, the underneath pillow, will be the color that I bring into the room, and then the fitted bed sheet will match. But before we go shopping together, I need to have a look at the color and the bedding so I can choose the right stuff. Otherwise, that is pointless. Oh, I also got new curtains. So I got white luxurious curtains. They were pretty expensive, but the nice thing is if you choose a neutral curtain, it's timeless and you can redo your bedroom a million times and your curtains will probably stay the same. So I got white fancy curtains. They were also on sale on Superbalist. Flip, these things are heavy. And then this is the bedding that I got. So I'm actually going to put a picture up of the bedding on the screen because obviously you can't see the full detail, but this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. And then these are the little mini details. So for a color that, obviously the color that I'm going to bring in it had to be one of these colors. So I'm kind of think I'm going to go for the sage green, like the greeny color, because then that will also work with my whole earthy green. It will bring in the plants. It will seem, you know, it will still stick with that neutral palette, but bring in that little pools of greenery and still look natural, you know, without going too dark. So I'm so excited. I'm obviously not going to open this up now because I'm going to take this with me as is, and then I'm going to take a measuring tape because there's a few things we're going to go shopping for so that we can choose the stuff for our bedroom. And then later on we are going to move everything across into the bedroom, and then tonight we'll put door handles on and we will sleep in our newly renovated bedroom tonight. I'm so excited, you have no idea. So let's go shopping.
Know when your body feels so tired to get out of bed, you put your heart on a letter to chase it away. 'Cause and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, it never really can. Hey, when I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wondered if you still feel the way I feel. You give me this energy, it is like you set me free. Chasing highs to stay alive, but if I'm with you, I'll survive. So hold me close into the night, 'cause I need you to stay. You take me to paradise, that's why it's hard to wait. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple question, can I get closer? Just for motivation.
To you, the wardrobe. The other wardrobe. All sorted, nice and packed. I'm so chuffed. I just want to replace these and get like 2 nice boxes for like my underwear, my bras. The curtains are up, the telly is up, and now it is time to assemble the bed and finally get the bedding in and do the finishing touches. Hence why we got the muscle. Maybe show them the bicep. Show the bicep for the camera. Look at the ass. We're gonna sleep in a bed tonight. It's already feels
Listen to me as I say, listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Whenever used to be alone.
If you've gotten to this point of the video, firstly I want to say thank you. You are a true MVP of my channel and a true supporter and a watcher and a lover, and I thank you for that because I know that this has been such a long video. But I just wanted to say that last night we did complete everything. I'm going to take you through a quick little tour now to show you how everything ended up. It just got really dark, and we wanted to, even though we rushed, we wanted it to be complete so we could just sleep in our bed in our room. And I'm so glad we did it because last night's sleep just was 10 times better than any sleep that I have had in the last 2 weeks. Like, the feeling of sleeping in a fresh bed and a fresh room is just next level. So if I can recommend anything to you in 2022, if you're redoing a room, if you're cleaning something out, I promise you changing your bedroom is just such a good thing and is such a good start to the year. I feel that my room, everything just feels so much fresher and lighter and cleaner, and my chi is like way up here, which I'm so stoked about. Obviously, if I have a look around the room, based on my inspiration, obviously I didn't get the final look on my inspiration because there's a few obviously factors playing a part. I have a dog that sleeps in my room, so complete white linen wouldn't do the trick, but I'm still happy with how the bedroom came out. There are a few finishing touches that I still want to do. For instance, if you have a look at obviously this brown cupboard over here, the handles just don't go with the overall feel of the room, so I'll change those more to suit the handles of my newly renovated cupboard. My bedding, I do give it a 8 out of 10. A few changes that I will make is, unfortunately, when we went shopping, obviously the color of the fitted sheet and the back cushions wasn't the color we were necessarily looking for, but there was such a limited color supply everywhere when we were shopping that we just got what we could find. And it's always nice to have another set, so if we wash our bedding then we can put another set on. So I am going to be keeping an eye out for obviously the better thread count fitted sheet and back cushions, just so that it feels a little bit more luxe and it's a little bit more durable and it's a little bit more in the color scheme that I wanted. So maybe a neutrally tone and not necessarily like a sagey bluey green. Also, when it comes to winter, we will obviously then put a throw over the bottom of the bed, but for now it is just way too hot at the moment and sticky and sweaty to put anything else on the bed. Also, I know I love the look of scattered full covered beds, and you know, it just looks luxurious, but in my bedroom and in my household it's just not practical at all. Like, when I say it's not practical, it just ends up on the floor and gets dusty and it just becomes a floor holder. So I opted to not put any decorative pillows on. I might get 2 big continental pillows for the back, but for now less is more, in my opinion, especially in a room where the bed takes up the majority of the place. Less is definitely more. Overall, I'm so stoked with how my bedroom came out. I am not stoked that it took 4 times longer today. Okay, well, we finished on Wednesday and we started the project on Friday. So it definitely ran over schedule. So note to self, if you're doing DIY, it is going to take 4 times longer than you expect. But like my little bedside table, we can add something there. But those are just small details and finishing touches. But the major operations are over and I am so glad and I'm so chuffed. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this renovation series with me. If you did, please remember to give this video a like. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you lots and I will see you in my next video.